Hey everyone, welcome back to Measure and Mix. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. If you want to stick around, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below and the notification bell before you leave so you don't miss out on anything new. You may have noticed that I have the same shirt on as I had on in yesterday's video. That's because I recorded both videos in the same day. So that's just how it worked this week, guys. But this is my last Christmas DIY for this year, probably. So it's Dollar Tree, it's Christmassy, it's Farmhousey, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So let's get started. So I'm going to start off with 4 of these metal looking containers that come from Dollar Tree. I got mine online at dollartree.com. They sell as little as 4 on there in case you can't find them in the store. And then I am just going to flip my container onto the opposite side of where the seam is. And I'm going to take a pencil and just draw out the letter N onto the container. And I'm going to end up spelling out the word Noel with all 4 containers. So each container will have a different letter. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my nail and my hammer and I'm going to start to punch out little holes to trace out the N that I just drew. Now, since this container is not real metal, when you punch the holes out, the container will collapse in on itself a little bit. So it is easier at the bottom of the container. It has a little bit more resistance to collapse in just because the bottom of the container is closed in. And then when you work your way towards the top of the container and the opening of the container, it starts to get a little bit harder to punch the holes out. But it still is manageable and you can still punch the holes out like I did. The container will just collapse in on itself. You just have to make sure you are stopping in between and kind of pulling out the container and reshaping it as you go to make sure that you don't damage it too much to where you get the container where it cracks in half or something like that. So after I got done punching the holes out of the container, you can see how bent the top is. And again, all I did was just reshape it and push it back into place and it was fine. And then I took my hammer and put it in on the inside of the container where I punched the holes out for the N and kind of just pushed down to reshape that in part. So it still will have some bumps and it won't be perfect just because that's this type of container. It'll have some dents and stuff in it, but I kind of think that makes it look more old and farmhousey anyways, so I liked it like this. I went ahead and did the same thing to the other 3 cans with the hammer and nails, and for my O, I just made a snowflake shape for that one. Now, I'm not sure why I did not realize that I should do this in the beginning, but on my very last letter, the L, I realized I should put a piece of wood inside the container to kind of hold up the inside of the container while I was hammering onto it, so that way it wouldn't bend so much. So my recommendation is if you are doing this, get a little block of scrap wood of 2x4 is what I used. It was probably a 3x3 piece of 2x4 or whatever you can find to use and place it inside the container to hold it up as you're punching the holes in. And that made it a lot easier so that way it wouldn't have so many dents as I was punching my holes into the container. And you could punch any type of design into your containers you want to. You could punch out the word snow or just snowflakes or something like that. So this is kind of versatile and you could do something more for some winter decor instead of just for Christmas. Now for inside the containers, I just used 4 of the Dollar Tree Christmas trees and I sprayed each one of them with some of that Santa snow to give it a flocked look. To light up my containers, I'm just going to use these battery operated fairy lights from Dollar Tree, the ones that have the copper and silver wire. I had 3 things of those, and then I needed one more, so I picked up another strand of fairy lights from Target, and they are the exact same. They just have a little bit more lights on them. So I just used that for the last container. Now I'm just going to put in my flocked Christmas trees into each container, and I just did that without the base. I just set them in there. They don't move around or anything. They just kind of sit perfectly in there, and that's it. I think this turned out really cute and very farmhousey. I love how it looks on my dining room table this year. And like I said, you guys can customize this to however you would like and put anything inside of it you would like. Also, you could even use these smaller containers that come from Dollar Tree that are like this. They sell those online as well in quantities of 4. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. And like I said, this is my last Christmassy DIY for this year. So I'll be back next week with something else. If you have any more suggestions, leave them down in the comments below. And that's it. I will see you guys next time. Take care. Bye-bye.